Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Light Beneath Layers, a journey of knowing thyself. 4th of March 2024. People often misinterpret quietness. They can label it as rudeness, pride, or even ego. But for me, my quietness had nothing to do with pride. It was born from deep fears, insecurities, shame, and guilt. During my teenage and adulthood years, I stayed mostly silent, unless I was with my closest friends. This trip to Pakistan became an aha moment for me. It gave me a new perspective about myself, one I had never truly seen before. I have been having rich, open conversations, some comfortable and some uncomfortable, with people I once would have avoided. And to my surprise, it feels natural even with those I never spoke to in my youth. At an extended family gathering, I met my two first female cousins. We had not spoken much in our younger years, teenage through early adulthood before marriage. They told me something that stopped me in my tracks. They said, "Back then, we thought you were very beautiful, and that is why you did not want to talk to us." I was stunned because all this time I had believed they thought they were better than me. Because of our cultural obsession with white skin, and because they were tall and fair, so I avoided them. I felt uncomfortable in their presence and never sought them out even after marriage. What I did not realize was that the energy I felt between us was a mix of my insecurities and theirs, and it kept us from a friendship that could have been beautiful. Their words also reminded me of a similar moment with my BSc classmate. Years later, we met at a workshop and recognized each other immediately. She told me she had once thought I was rude, that I thought that I was somebody, or that I was egoistic. She said maybe it was because I was very prominent in class for my excellent grades. But I never spoke to her or one of our other classmates. The truth, I did not speak to her simply because she was not part of my small circle of close friends. I have always been selective about friendships. I prefer deep one-on-one connections where I can share openly rather than many surface-level friendships. But I had no idea she had carried this impression of me for years. Moments like these made me realize how often we create stories about others without ever checking if they are true. We stay silent instead of asking, "Is this what you really feel?" And in that silence, we let years of misunderstanding and emotional distance grow. We do this because we are afraid of being rejected, dismissed, or feeling inferior if the other person does not respond as we hope. So instead, we protect ourselves from possible hurt. But in doing so, we live our whole lives carrying painful and often false assumptions. If we were taught from childhood to seek clarity in our relationships, we could avoid so much unnecessary pain. We could free ourselves from mental clutter and emotional heaviness. We could stay emotionally and physically healthier. I know this because I lived in inferiority complexes for most of my life until just a few years ago. That is when I decided to break these chains of self sabotage. I began clearing every single misunderstanding that came into my mind or heart. I refused to live in a state of limbo. I even went so deep into clearing my subconscious mind that today I have no negative or unworkable thoughts towards anyone. And that, beautiful souls, is the gift I wish for you too. The freedom that comes from seeking truth instead of assuming it. Because sometimes what keeps us apart is not the other person's pride, but our own unspoken fears. I upload new healing stories every Monday to Friday. Come back tomorrow and let us heal together, one story at a time.